Good afternoon, everybody. My presentation is what science services to football coaches and young players. This presentation is an example of how we do things in Aspire, which is Academy for Sports Excellency in the state of Qatar. Just a brief overview of my presentation, brief background of Aspire, role of sports science support, support planning and delivery, service teams, sports science support categories, laboratory testing, sports-specific field testing, match and competition analysis and training monitoring, and applied research. Brief background of Aspire. Aspire was opened in September 2004, so we've been existing less than 7 years. I have had a privilege to be there since the opening of Aspire. The dome, what you can see, the picture there, that was not ready in 2004. It actually got ready at the end of 2005. So we didn't have all the facilities at the beginning. And Aspire is a sports school with elite sports programs, including football. So it is a multi-sport setup, and it is like an institute of sport where you have multiple sports. And I think this is one of the important factors, because that will then enable the coaches and sports science staff to share the ideas across the different sports. And of course, when we are talking about that we are a sports school, this is a high school, so the age of our players, our athletes, are from 12 to 17. So we are talking about young developing players. We also have some pre-Aspire programs, so we start even earlier than that, but today I'm going to concentrate more on what we do with our full-time program. So it is a junior preparation program with the holistic support. And that holistic support means that we have integrated services. For example, here we have 7 of us representing physiotherapy, physiology, and biomechanics performance analysis. And I guess one of our aims is to be an optimal junior development program. So today, if you look at the different junior development programs, I think they are mostly based on experimental experience, which is valuable information, but how much there is really hard evidence on how to develop young players, how to develop young athletes. There is not that much hard evidence on that. So it's based on opinions, and unfortunately a lot of the junior training is also quite often like a training mini adults. So the practices come from the adult training, and then we think that, okay, because they are younger, we need to modify it. And the aim is to give a solid foundation for future champions and professional players. So we are preparing players for the future, meaning that once they are adults, they should be high-level players. So it is a foundation for skills, different physical qualities, professional attitude, life skills, self-management. All these things what are required to be a high-class athlete, high-class player. It's not only the skill of football or some physical qualities. It is how you can survive in that world as well. We know that, for example, with the life skills, the top-class player, wherever they go, they will have probably hundreds of women around them. And that can pose a problem, as we know. So we need to prepare these players for the future. What is their future? We have excellent facilities, whether it's training facilities, school, or sports science, sports medicine facilities. We are very lucky that we have those facilities. We have excellent equipment. Again, we are very lucky. But what I think what is our real asset is that we have international experienced staff in both coaching and sports science and sports medicine. We have experienced people working with young players, young athletes. And for example, if we think about from sports science point of view, when you have an experienced staff, you can interpret whatever, if you have test results, you have monitoring results, you can interpret them into the practice. Interpretation of the information is very important. Interpretation to the coach is very important. So we have the people who can provide evidence-based information. But we have the coaches who have very good practical experience how to train, how to coach young players, how to prepare the young players. Role of sports science support in Aspire, and sports science and sports medicine support is an integral part of the young players in Aspire. Our goal is to optimize player development. We have a close collaboration with the coaches, and this is vital link. In the end, whatever information and advice we provide, the coach is the one who implements our recommendations. We need to have a very close interaction with the coaches. But we have also close collaboration between the sports science and sports medicine disciplines. We are not working on silos. We work in a close collaboration. We have a holistic view on each player, on each young player. And also the other thing is that all this interaction brings interesting debates, new ideas. It's a stimulating environment. But we have also close collaboration with the school. We are looking at the player as a whole. We are working together with the parents. We work for the future of the players. Reality is that from our players, our athletes, very small percentage will make it to the highest level. So they need to have some other future as well. And today, there is a lot of, even in Qatar, there's a lot of pressure on youngsters to have a good education. Parents will value the education, and we have always a bit of a dilemma because sport is looked as a play. You know, it's not necessarily that important for the parents. And that is a dilemma, because we know that if you want to be successful in a sport, from quite young age you have to be serious, meaning that you have to prepare. Support planning and delivery. The support planning and delivery is in Aspire through what we call service teams. Service teams do the holistic planning together with the coaches. So at the start of the season, we will plan the year, what type of services, when, and so on. And these service teams are really the support team for the coach. Their role is to support the coach with their task to prepare the young players. And service team is led by the service team coordinator, who works very closely with the coach. Service team coordinator is working in tandem with the coach. He's there next to the coach. And the coordinator is the main communicator from our side to the coach. And this, if the relationship is very good and close, it also enables to push new ideas, to push the barriers with the preparation, try something new, and go into increase the innovation within the preparation. Often that service team coordinator is one of the main support providers. So automatically that person is a lot with that particular squad, with that particular coach anyway. And so often it means that it can be a physiologist, it can be one of our biomechanics who's performing the performance analysis, it can be a physiotherapist. But this service team coordinator needs to have a good holistic view about the sports science, sports medicine services as well. The idea is to provide one main contact to the coach. Of course, the coach will talk to the other specialists as well, but the idea is that there is one major contact point, so that the coach can also have some nice quiet time and not 10 people harassing him all the time.